What's going on, everybody? What's up, LaRon? Happy to have you in here, man. Happy to be in here.
Yes, sir.
Welcome, everybody, to the safe space.
It's more of an antidote mixed with a lot of hope. This could be a lot of folks, single parent, dead broke, spend a lot of time alone, making beats on the phone. Daddy ain't coming home, mama trying to stay strong, but her patience is running thin, getting sick and tired of all the trouble he's in. Fussing and fighting, it's hard to make friends, and she just gotta call, he's in the office again. One more time and they might suspend. Screaming, teacher, teacher, give him one more chance. Losing all faith like he just can't win. His back's to the wall cause he following trends. Afraid to seem weak so we gotta pretend. Life out of control, can't see no end. He needs safe space, someone to relate, help him to be great. She needs safe space, someone to reward, never to ignore. They need safe space, someone to respect, open intellect. We need safe space, got to regulate, try to balance.
Welcome to the safe space. We are in this thing officially back for part two.
Part 2.
Let's go.
Of the journey of the black unicorn himself.
Life Jennings. I mean, Stevie McBride.
Yes, sir.
Bro, how you been, man? Go ahead and check in. It's been a whole week.
Snap. Bro, I've been extra tired this week. I'm not sure why, because my coffee intake has been normal. So
That's called fatherhood. It's called fatherhood.
Just maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. It's just beating me into the ground. I'm trying to think. Let's see. Highs for the week. One of my highs is I finally officially got certified in the neurosequential model for the advanced training. Yeah. So the advanced training was 112 hours, and I finally got my certification.
Let's go.
Yeah, man. Bro. You know what that means. The rate's going up.
Yo.
Today's price
going
up.
Right.
Go.
Yeah, man.
Up in the step.
I'm excited about that because that means I probably can do a lot more trainings like nationally for the neurosequential model stuff. But we will see. We're gonna see. There's not many of us trained in it, like has advanced training. So I'm like one of the few in America.
Wow,
we got some in
bro.
Australia. Yeah, I think we got a couple in Australia. It's like all over the world. So yeah, man, it's a pretty big deal. A little nerve wracking.
Yeah,
we're really gonna be training people in this stuff.
Yo, I think we all need to stand
training?
up. We need to stand up and give an ovation.
All right.
Let's go.
Yo, if
Everybody
you reaching for the remote, just say that, Haskell.
That too.
Haskell. I like it though.
Haskell, if you're reaching for the remote to finish the Laker game, Haskell, just say that.
He's trying to look at the score, y'all.
I'm standing up to give you. You know what I'm saying?
He got his hand down here though.
I think we all need
Let me turn this back on. I heard they down by 10 now.
I'm straight up trying to give you standing ovation, bro.
All right, man. I appreciate that. I received that. I received that, Pastor Haskell Jackson.
Alicia didn't stand up at all. She sat on down.
I did stand.
She screwed her chair up.
I did stand.
Look at him passing the blame. She's gonna pass the blame like that. Leave her alone.
You just over there trying to watch the game.
You got Alicia talking about the game. God, y'all wrong. Y'all wrong.
Yo, let's see. So that was a high. We're gonna go to that. And then the low is appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. I haven't even told my supervisor yet. I know he's about to have me doing all kind of trainings, and I'm like, chill.
Bro, he watching right now.
No, we not. I didn't even put this up because I knew I was gonna talk about it. So he would not see this video. He would not see this podcast, bro. He's not. Nah.
So maybe for the listeners, explain what that is. What what is it? Neurosequential model.
Neurosequential model. So literally, the neurosequential model isn't really a model in itself. It's more of a framework. It's a lens that we give teachers. So the whole entire program is called the neurosequential model in education. So we work with teachers, administration, school districts on recognizing trauma in students and how to combat that in different ways, starting with the brain. You don't have to be a neuroscientist to actually understand a neurosequential model, but it teaches you a lot about the brain and how it works and how it develops and how it functions under trauma, as compared to, I wouldn't say a regular brain, but a more brain that we're more familiar with, that's more regulated. When kids who have trauma are more dysregulated. I went into this before. There's when they're dysregulated, that brainstem don't function as it should, which disrupts all parts of the brain. So yeah, I am certified to teach you that now. So the lows of the week, I feel like I gotta say this. I kind of got a kid suspended for I felt bad because it's her birthday this weekend, but literally I was trying to I wasn't restraining her, but she was trying to fight another kid. I had my arms out and she couldn't get by because my workouts is crazy. She was like, Mrs. Stevie was just too strong. So she literally started pinching my arm, and one of the other adults seen it. He was just like, that's physical assault. I can do this, this, and this. Do you want to press charges? Do you want to suspend me? I was like, I don't want any of that. She said, but I have to suspend. That's what the principal said. And so I was like, bruh. Then she was hooping and hollering, but it's my birthday week. I didn't mean to pinch you, Mr. Stevie. You was just in my way and I couldn't get by. And I was just like, I felt really bad about that. I didn't want that to happen because I'm all anti-suspension and, giving kids more on-campus consequences. But the consequences is more they're not punitive, they're more restorative. And so my whole idea is to help, with that. And I feel well, you pinched me. I can't lie about that. It didn't leave a mark or anything. It was just, I feel bad. So that was a low.
That's crazy. That's just protocol, right?
Yeah, it's just school protocol. There's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah.
And self-care.
Because if you didn't do that, she couldn't do something and accuse you of something. So.
Yeah, no, and that's happened to one of our custodial manager before, but she was lying. It was another female, but she was lying. Apparently, she had to apologize. But that man was on a review board, about to almost lose his job because of that.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
But fifth graders, bro, they lethal.
Lethal.
So you got to be careful. Self-care, workout's going good. Water's going good. I ended the vegan street drive on Monday. So I just hopped back into some regular cheese. I couldn't take it no more. Sorry to all my vegans out there. Love vegan cheese though.
We're all rooting for you.
It's something about the grease and the real cheese that just I couldn't hold back. You feel me?
Vegan cheese is weird. I don't even do vegan cheese.
Cheese is not that bad though. If you put a little jalapeno tapatio, you mix it up.
It don't hit my taste buds right. It's weird.
I'm sorry.
Yo, Urkel,
about your taste buds. Oh yeah, focus. Sorry, we on time.
Stephen Q out here with the cheese.
Podcast. It's a podcast. It's not
any cheese. So self-care, everything's been going pretty good with that. Staying on track. So just trying to be the best dad I can be. Y'all still laughing about something else? But
Yeah, I was laughing at your hand just now. I was like, what is he waving at?
Oh, everything's good. I'll slap it to good.
What's going on here?
Gosh.
All right. Anyways.
All right, man. Popcorn J, bro.
Hey.
Should we just get into Stevie talking?
It.
Yeah.
I think we should get into it.
Yeah, this is your
bro, we already at
already
8:14. Already 8:14,
bro.
We already in it.
I had a monster check-in. Just so nobody else can check in.
Bro.
That's all right. We focusing on you tonight.
Checked in for all of us.
Tonight.
Damn, man. So
I apologize, team.
it's
a long check.
Okay, we forgive you.
that was great, man.
Thanks. I know you guys had awesome weeks and nobody had any lows. We're just gonna say that in Jesus' name.
Okay.
Hippie.
All right. So I happened to go back and listen to the first one because I didn't know everything that I had mentioned.
Yeah.
I didn't finish it. But I know somewhere I ended off around talking about what I didn't get into, which was my whole testing process and all the anxiety I had about taking that crazy test for the board, right? And people who know me know this story of how I was just anti-test because all the regulations and rules that come along with you actually becoming licensed. Just certain things that you can't do. You feel like you're kind of like in bounds where you just don't have the freedom that you want. But after talking to several supervisors about it, I decided, okay, maybe this is something I want to get into. It opens up more doors, more possibility for a higher pay and all of that stuff, right? And so I decided to take it, my licensing exam, and I had to take the first part, the law and ethics. I didn't take it serious because I was like, my study habits isn't always the best. And I was like, it's a test. I know law and ethics. I've been doing this already for 4 or 5 years, right? And I was like, I'm good at this. I got it. I know my laws. I know my ethics. Let's take the test. I took the test. I failed instantly. Like, I failed. What? Maybe I do need to study. Maybe I need to brush up on some stuff. So I went back and I studied. I used the program that I told Sean about. What is it? The Development Center or something like that, TDC, for therapists.
Therapist development.
I just remember Amanda, and Amanda was great with talking me through everything. And I took it again, the law and ethics, and I passed. I was like, okay, I'm on track. And so I was feeling ambitious, even with my crazy caseload at the time and me pretty much being all out the office. I didn't know how I was going to study for the big one. So I just said, I'm going to just take the summer to study because clients are not around as much because most of them are like on vacations and doing other things. And they're just spending a lot of time with family. So I was like, maybe just lighten my caseload and I'll study in the summer and then try to take the test in October. I was studying. I remember studying, listening to the tapes over and over again. And I felt like I had a good grasp of the information. It was some stuff that I was familiar with, and there was some things that I was like, ooh, I didn't know this. It's good that I do know this now. And I remember like, okay, I felt good. I felt strong about it. So I started taking these practice exams. You only get 3 practice exams because the entire program is like $600, right? They gave us a $500 stipend if you want to take your exam. So the guy at the center pretty much paid for it. And I remember getting that stipend, paying for it, and I'd get 3 practice exams and you can't take them over. You only get 1 shot. So I took the first one. I was like, all right, I'm ready. Because literally you're sitting pretty much at a computer for 4 hours, even for a practice exam, because you want to, prepare yourself up for that mental stamina, right? To take the real exam. I took it. And I remember the first score I got, I was like, 56. What's that? Is this out of like 57? Nah, it was out of 100.
Hey,
boy
bro.
got a 56. Yeah. And I felt like I had studied pretty hard. And I was like, dang, what the heck am I doing wrong? So I went back to the drawing board. I was like, all right, I'm not going to take the next one until I know that I know for sure I got these other questions down packed. I ended up taking a second one, maybe 3 weeks later. And I remember only getting 58. And I was just like, what in the world? And I was talking to all of my coworkers, people who've already passed. I was like, yo, how was you doing a practice exam? I was getting 70, 80. I was like, 70 and 80s. And I'm looking at them like, yeah, I'm around there, 50s.
Yeah. Round
No,
up
I'm lying.
to the nearest 20.
I'm like, I didn't want to tell nobody my scores on practice exams because I was way too embarrassed. So I was just like, yeah, man, it's all right. It's a little hard. That's all I would say, right? And taking his exams. I remember I took the last one probably a week before I was going to take the real test. And I remember because my girlfriend at the time, my wife now, in jail, I was studying at her place because she was at work. And I was like, yo, I just need a quiet place I can study. I really need to focus. I know if I'm somewhere where I ain't got a lot of distractions, I'm going to pass. I'm going to do this and pass with flying colors. So I took the last practice exam. 62, bro. 62. And I was like, that ain't going to cut it. That is not going to cut it. And I was like, I take the test next week. So I remember going to this park, just walking this park, listening to the information over and over again. El Dorado Park. It was like, because it's so big and wide, you can just talk to yourself and nobody would care. It's just, the person in the park just lost it. And I pretty much had lost it. And so I remember doing that over and over, maybe 3 days before the exam. And I remember the last thing, before I went to go take my test, I told my mom, I was like, I am terrified. I am scared. I don't want to take this test again. This test is hard, Mom. I'm a grown man. I'm 30 something. Mom, I'm scared. And I was mentally exhausted. I didn't know what I was going to even have left to take the real exam. And I remember me and my mom just went into a prayer session. And I don't know who those who believe or don't believe, but we literally was hooping and hollering and crying out to God and praying, like praise, a full-on David praise. If y'all are familiar with David in the Bible, that man was a praise warrior. And we praised. And I was like, all right, Ma. I felt like I had on my full armor at that time. So I went in just with the boldness. It was a boldness that was over me. That's all I can describe it. Like I couldn't fail. Could nothing tell me I was going to not fail. I couldn't fail. It's just the way I had it in my head. I went in there. I took the exam. I didn't take no bathroom breaks. It's still a 4-hour exam. No bathroom breaks. I just took it straight through. There was maybe like 9 answers. I went back and I could go change and look at them. I changed them. And then I looked at the clock and I was like, dang, I still got a whole nother hour. And I was like, did I do something wrong? Did I skip a section? And I was like, no. I went through it again. I was like, okay, I'm done. So I submitted my thing. And he was like, congratulations, you passed. And I was like, you can't tell me my God ain't real. You can't tell
me nothing.
Ain't real. Bro, I was the happiest I've ever been in my entire life because there's no way I could have passed that exam. And I knew it was God. And from that on, I was like, yo, there's nothing he won't do for me. And that's my testimony, like with passing that license exam. I was like, I'm gonna use this license for your people. Thank you, Jesus. I'm gonna use this for you. And so yeah, man, that was my anxiety, that was my struggle, and that was my testimony. And right to this day, like I give him thanks for all of it. And I wouldn't be in a position that I'm in now. I'm not gonna throw no salaries out there, but I do okay. I do fairly well in this struggling
the fact that
economy.
you said you guys don't throw no salaries out there means you're doing all right.
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
Man.
Yes, sir.
Life is good. God is greater. That's all I can say.
There you go.
So, yeah. And now after that, and that's when I got into, the doors opened literally like the next month or so. All of a sudden, I was just seeing things opening up. And that started off with me becoming that trauma-informed consultant position. And then that started with me getting another job to add on as supplemental income for me. And that's me having a private practice. That license opened up all those different doors for me. And then eventually leading to the music for your mental health and being a clinical director for this program as well. So it's like the doors just swung open, and I knew I couldn't deny that I was being blessed. It was literally, you ever seen blessings rain down? Just watch me without an umbrella. That's the rain coming down on me. That's blessings, bro. And I can't even be more grateful for all of it. So
that's amazing, man. Yeah. For a young person that is graduating, they're in the midst of these tests. They're trying to get their certifications and everything. What would you say to someone? Because it's a lot of them. What would your words be to them to get through that process? Because a lot of them didn't make it. A lot of them quit before.
What would you say? It's funny that you said that, because I remember going to a school and I ran into a different clinician, and she's a little bit older than me, but I remember her telling me that she had took her test maybe like 4 times and she hadn't passed her exam. And I probably should have prayed with her, but I ended up just saying, don't stop. I always give people my story. I was like, I failed every practice exam and I passed the real one. I was like, if there's a will, there's a way. I'm not saying go extra hard on the studying, because you can lose yourself in that and then just go blank. But I'm saying you just don't give up. Don't quit.
Yeah.
You got to keep going when it comes to something like that, because it's your livelihood. It's supposed to be challenging. It's not going to be easy. If it means everything to you, if it means like your entire foundation of who you are, don't quit. You got to fight for your life, right, Elise? Yeah.
You're right. Somebody's been listening to the song.
Well, look, man. Yeah, Young C ain't the only one, but yeah. So you have to fight for it. It's the devil is not gonna make nothing easy for you while you here on this earth in this skin. Like that's his job. He's an enemy. He's an opposer. And I know I'm preaching, but look, I got a testimony. I gotta tell.
Are you gonna pass the collection plate after this or what?
Sorry, guys. We got anybody on the organ?
A and B selection from J. Vincent B. What are we doing?
Oh, bro. Sorry, I got teared up. But
yeah, hey man, express yourself.
Yeah, you gotta fight for it. You gotta fight for it. You just don't know. Forgot it's gonna lead you. You just don't know. Yeah. So, yeah. Fight. Freak, what the heck is wrong with you?
Bro. Allergies.
Man,
those emotions are real, bro.
And the Lakers losing, bro. I got a lot of
problems. Come on.
Man.
That's the real reason.
Yeah, man. So
emotions are real,
man.
It's okay to feel.
Yeah. Safe space.
I got a couple questions for you, man. People might be interested. Was there like a defining moment like in your work where you were like, okay, for sure, I know I was born and made to do this? And when you were going through the testing, was there ever a moment where you knew you were made to do this, but when you began to doubt yourself? I mean, doubt whether or not, like, yo, maybe I missed it. Maybe I'm not born to do this. Maybe this is.
I think that that all was occurring during that first stage when I had that supervisor. I felt a lot of doubt in myself as a clinician, because even though I was brand new, I felt like maybe this is just, I shouldn't even just start to even see where I'm going to go with this. And I think that's where I felt it first and foremost, from that supervisor that was challenging me so much, where I was just like, yo, this just don't feel like I'm even making an impact. Because at that point where there's so much paperwork, how do you feel like you can make an impact to somebody's life when you're drowning in paperwork, you know? And that's why I feel for clinicians, because the paperwork is immense. It's tough, it's challenging, and it's like, you want to give your all to this person, you want to give your all to these clients, but when you're in that paperwork and you're writing and writing and writing, is draining you from like everything that you want to pour into somebody or give to somebody, because there's so much of that. And I get it though, because DMH has to cover themselves and they have to protect themselves with the paperwork, but bro, cutting back could help a lot with the care that we provide. So yeah, man. But as far as like after the test and the journey, I don't necessarily have, I mean, there's little things that happen, like little spark plugs that will give some of the teams that I worked with.
Yeah.
Like, oh snap, they eating this up. I'm actually doing something good, where I will see change.
Yeah.
And it's not just through like behavior charts or homework charts or parents tracking or being in the school. It was just my presence. It was that part of them seeing me and wanting to come into session, because I can go to a school and a client can say, can see me and just run away and be like, nah, I don't want to talk today. But because I had a relationship with my clients, that they wanted to be a part, they wanted to just spend time with somebody that looked like them, or just, learn from somebody that looked like them. So.
And that's when I know I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah, I knew I was supposed to be here, man. I knew. And I see it now. I see it every day. I go to the school that I work at now. I see it every day, bro. Like the way they check in with me, the way they talk to me. Yo, Mr. Stevie, what's up? You hooping with us today? Every day. It's the same thing, man. I know they want my presence there. So it was like, you gonna be here next year? Nah, man. I'm gonna come back for your graduation.
Yeah. I got a question for you, Stevie.
Yes, sir.
So how do you balance with being a therapist, being a husband, being a new father, having self-care, and just even travel? I don't know if you travel much. How do you balance all of those things while still staying on top of your game? And your spirit and your spiritual life and everything. Like, you got a full load over here.
I do, bro. And I'm glad you mentioned that, because when I think about how I start off my day at 4 a.m. to now, it's literally like, it's work. It takes work. And I think the key to balance is kind of staying organized with your schedule. And my goal was always to never really do work on the weekends and just provide that to family. But we did have those times where we did some workshops over the weekend, but it was only for an hour. So I gave myself grace on that. But I pretty much, I can't do this without my wife, especially me being a father, because she's like definitely the backbone of like, the stuff like keeping the house clean, dinner and all that, taking care of my baby girl when I'm at work all the time. But it's a trade-off, and I think we balance it pretty well as a couple. And then we do plan our date nights. And so I think the next one, we're gonna do a family night, because she wants to go see the new Little Mermaid. So we're gonna take our daughter, we're gonna do a drive-in and try that and see how that works. But cool. Yeah, that's it's a balance. Soon as I get home, I can just give you a little snippet of my day. Depending on the days, so usually Mondays and Wednesdays, I have to go out to my skilled nursing facilities or STPs with my other job, and then I write assessments. But usually I come home, no matter what, I see them, I spend time with my daughter. I make sure that's one of the prior. If I haven't ate, I'll fix food and then I'll go spend time with my daughter and let her know daddy's home. She always has that big smile on her face, and we'll literally like play. We have a night routine, me and my daughter, where I'll get her ready for bed. We'll play around a little bit. She'll try to run away from me. We just, I try to bite her, blah, blah, blah. So we do that. We spend that quality time.
Nice.
And I usually put her to sleep. And that's kind of like how I continue to balance as a father. As for me and my wife, we usually spend time together like during the weekends mostly. We'll talk between in the days and the mornings and things like that. But we just spend more time on the weekend when we get a chance, and then we plan our date nights at least once a month.
Yeah.
So, and because she's in school too, so she's balancing everything as well.
Wow.
So, yeah. We want a better life. That's all.
Good stuff, man. That's good stuff.
Yeah. And then spiritually, I haven't went back into the church home yet, but I plan to sooner or later. So I've been watching church online on Sundays. Shout out to Crenshaw Christian Center. And then I also, as far as the reading and the praying, that's on the way to work. I listen to my audio Bible daily. So I'm in the Book of Chronicles. You really want to know about it. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, man, it's tough, but I kind of set that up before my daughter was born because I knew I was going to have to be on my P's and Q's.
Yeah. So. Do you have any buddies that you have? I know I know you go play basketball possibly, but like homies that you kick it with, like it's your boys.
So crazy. So
squad?
I haven't really spent time with none of my boys. It's so bad. Because it's like, when I think about it, I was like, dang, I was in the studio at least once a week, whether it was with Eric or whether it was with Jay and I feel like I haven't really, I had a spring break and I went to go see my trainer and we spent time and had a good conversation just about life in general. But as far as my other boys, like my boy Rob, who hasn't even seen my daughter yet, I feel bad. They all invited to the first birthday. I already told them I got it planned out already, so it's in July. Like all y'all can come through. I'm sorry, man. I'll be busy. I'll be too busy to hang out with my boys like that.
You're a family man, bro. No, you gotta apologize.
It's a change.
It changes.
And his schedule, my boy Rob's schedule is even more wild than mine because he's a sergeant for testing PD. Man. So yeah, he's up all night, and I'm like, bro, I'm just waking up. So yeah,
I think it's crazy
hit me
that
up not too long ago.
I think it's crazy that you never. I think growing into adulthood, you think your closest friends are gonna be your everyday when you get older. But when you start getting married and kids and your job, it doesn't mean you're not wanting to. It's just like it's not enough time in the day. You gotta manage. You gotta manage like crazy.
Yeah, and it's like it's trying to balance everybody's schedule is nuts along with mine. And I love them. I love them from a distance. I'm your brother from a distance. I just I can't be there like that. My daughter needs me, especially in these times. Like right now, she's 9 months. Like I have to be present. I have to be there. She has to know daddy's home and not out. Like, that's so important to me though.
Yes, right.
Like I prioritize that. Like, because I just
do you don't want to be that. You get a chance to travel, or where some places that?
The last place we went was we're probably gonna go take a trip to San Diego in the summer, go to SeaWorld and whatnot. Should be like a year and some change. But we went to Louisiana, New Orleans, because that's where my wife is from. And so we went out there, spent time with her family for 10 days, which was cool.
Nice.
When she was like 7 months. And that was a different experience having a baby on a plane. Like it's things like that you don't really think about. It's like,
Yeah.
You can bring a pet on the plane if they're in the cage or whatnot. They're in cargo. They with other pets, so they cool. Ain't a lot of babies on the plane like that. And you got the only baby on the plane, bro. Your job is to try to keep that baby calm.
Right.
So, and it's so funny because I thought she was like the quietest baby in public, but man, she wasn't even crying. She was just yelling, just to yell. And she's like, ah. I was like, who are you on this plane? She wasn't even a crier. I was like, who are you on this plane?
Just somebody.
And I didn't tell her to shh or nothing. I was like, yeah. I was all dancing with her. Like, yeah, we happy. Mickey Mouse Playhouse. Yeah, we going in. So yeah, I didn't put no pause button on my daughter for that. Now if she was like boo-hooing tears, then that would be different. But she's just happy, just excited. So yeah. Let her enjoy life.
That's good stuff. What about what dynamics have changed with your immediate family? Your brother, your mom, your dad, as a whole? Because you guys come together doing holidays and stuff, I'm sure.
Oh,
but how has that changed?
That hasn't really changed. Yeah, because we still do our get-togethers. Like we got something planned Saturday. Me, Sean, and my sister, my other brother, my sisters. We're all gonna be at my grandma's house Saturday.
Hey, Sean, did you know that?
Oh yeah.
Sean, did you know that?
John sent the text. John sent the family text.
Oh, you trying to start stuff, Haskell?
We all in the family text, so we already knew it was going down. We just needed a time.
There you go, Sean down in the building.
Yeah, I couldn't believe he sent that text either. I'm reading it like, this can't be Sean McBride. Sean Lewis? Yeah, like those activities, they'll keep going. Like if I have any friends, it's my family. So I go to my mom's house every Saturday to bring my daughter Libby over, and yeah, they just get a kick out of her. She's walking and cooing and doing all those things. So yeah, man, I try to make sure that she has that relationship with them as well. So
yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, man. Family means a lot. It's like high priority to me. So if other people don't give my attention and time, I apologize now. So this is recorded, right? I apologize now, but family's priority.
Yeah, as it should. What's your playlist looking like? I'm not sure if Jay was going to ask that or get into some
my music playlist.
What you listening to, bro?
It's funny because I haven't really been listening to anything secular. And I was telling Jay that, like, bro, I've been listening to Young C. It's like, that's all I've been listening to. And like, I don't know, his songs is kind of like uplifting. And I like going into work feeling like that. Like he had some dope tracks that I was listening to even this morning. He got this one track called Soul Ties that I was like, bro, this is the realest ish I've ever heard. And then he had another joint called Jerusalem that I thought was fire. Young C, you gonna be on here, so I'm dropping all your songs, bro.
Shout outs.
But the one that I really been rocking with is God's Image. And God's Image is it's a feel-good gospel song. It sounds a little bit more upbeat gospel, but it kind of has a little, like, I don't know, flavor to it. And I was like, yo, this I think people will really rock with this one. And that's a song that I had chose for today if y'all want to check out the track. And it's called God's Image. So I'm just trying to walk in God's image. That's me every day of my life. So yeah, man, that's what my playlist has been looking like. Every now and then, I'm not gonna lie, I dip into the early 2010s where people were still singing. Yeah, so I'll go back and listen to some artists who are actually singing. Forgot who I was listening to. I was actually listening to I'm not a fan of Beyonce, but Love's on Top. is probably one of my jams that I like from Beyonce.
Yeah, that is a different.
Rock with that one, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's not enough to make me go out and buy a crazy amount of ticket for amount of money, but it's a song I like to play, with my windows up in the Jeep and sing it.
It's a feel good record, man.
It's a feel good song.
Record.
Yeah. Shy. Yeah, I think that was one of the ones I was listening to, and I can't go wrong with Bruno. So I'll still listen to a lot of Bruno Mars.
Well, that Love on Top modulates like 10 times. She go from key to key to key to key.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
What else?
What's a go-to movie for you that you'll pop in or you'll just put on Netflix and like a movie you watch over and over and over?
Man, it would have to be any of the Marvel movies. I'll watch over and over and over.
Which one?
Because they'll be like on TNT after the game, and it'll just be on. And I'll watch it. Like, oh snap, Iron Man 2. I see where he was going with this. And he died.
Right.
Yeah. So it'd probably be any Marvel movie that I'll check out over and over again. Like I've just now seen that Ant-Man and the Wasp with Jonathan Majors. I was like, bro, they got to bring his character back at least. No matter what's going on in Hollywood. No, don't shake your head. He coming back. He didn't do it.
Man,
Dude, that's tricky. They holding him.
He said his name.
They're strong arm.
Yeah. Man, I hope he comes back, bro.
Well,
I hope he comes back. Just like I'm praying for a speedy recovery for Jamie Foxx.
Right.
I know, man. That's kind of scary, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
Yeah. But apparently he's like doing okay now. He just sent out something on Instagram. But yeah, man. It's like, yeah, so those are some of the go-to things I like.
Yeah.
Well, Steve.
Yes, sir.
Man, you touched on it very briefly. And most of my questions that I have for you tonight centered around your relationship with music, man. Like you managed to talk for 1 hour and 45 minutes and not say anything about your ability to craft and write incredible songs.
Come on, it's powerful, bro.
It's been so long, Jared.
Bro,
it's been so long since I've sat down and wrote anything that rhymed. Literally, or anything that was rhythmic. It's been a while, bro.
But that doesn't erase anything that you've already done. It does not erase the work you already put in, the time you've already put in, the hours already spent. And so I just want you to kind of let the people know, man, where that came from and why you did it.
Where it came from, bro.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother traumatic story that we don't have a part 3 for. Anyway, so listen, a lot of the songs that I've written with either Jay, Eric, and Sean literally came from so I've never been the guy to pitch the idea. That was always Sean Donatello, right? And so I was able to see his vision, I guess because they're brothers, right, Sean? Both Sean's left. Thanks for dipping out on me. But, I was able to see the vision.
Well,
I was able to see the vision.
I'm right here.
Right here.
And so I was able to just create the lyrics around it. And so if Jay would give a melody or Smoke would give a melody, I was able to, I don't know, I saw it like literally in like the war room of Marvel. How I could see like Tony Stark going through different things like this, I see like words fitting into the different measures and the bar that Jay created. That's how I seen lyrics working for me. And it would take a while to fit the puzzle pieces because I wasn't, I had to go to the thesaurus and my writer's stuff and look for stuff. But literally, that's how I seen it. And it had to be on content purposes. So it would have to make sense. Otherwise, Jay would say, nah. Nah, that's not it. And you don't want to hear a nah from Jay. So that's how I seen it. And I think when I started writing, it literally was like poems that I had written all through high school, because I had more time. I was able to just write whatever I was feeling, write about her, and it was easy. And then I think Smoke got a hold to my book one day and was like, bro, let's turn these into songs. I was like, okay, let's go for it. And so yeah, I started writing with them. I think one of the first joints I got on with Dallas Mavis was, it was either Rocket Man or it was Glasses.
It was Rocket
Man. I think that kind of like let me in the studio. long as I brought, the treats and the heat. So yeah, man. That kind of got me in the studio. And then from there on, I was like, all right, let's do this. Let's write. And it's funny because we would laugh and joke around so much in the studio that 3 hours would pass by. And I was like, bro, we still haven't really got a solid concept. But then I was always the one in the studio. All right, so what we going to put down? I was always that voice in the studio. All right, so what we going to do? What we going to write? What we going to put on the beat? Put the beat on. Let's get something done. I was always about business in the studio because my time had become shorter. The older I got, I was like, all right, let's just put the beat on. We'll catch up on FaceTime.
Bro, how many of your colleagues know you are a writer? Like that, how much you love music?
Right now, everybody, I mean, most of the administration at the school knows that I hand in music. They know I work with a 7-time Grammy nominated songwriter producer guy. And they know that I work with a current artist who be touring cities. And they know I work with people who has gotten song placements. And yeah, so they definitely know about y'all for sure. But I was like, I just hang around them. I don't really.
Wow. Bro, you gotta stop checking though.
Look, we gotta do something new. This is recorded, right? We're gonna do something new in 2023 before this year ends. We're gonna do something new. And it's probably gonna be fire. I know I got some lyrical back.
Can we all get together like a family? Can we?
Man, that's a tall order. But
it is, but it's possible.
What I say, we can only use that to the free throw line. We just gotta make the free throws. Everybody's schedule is different.
That once a year.
You mean once a season?
Once a season.
One time to say that's a tall order. You already used yours.
Did I say it last episode? No, I didn't say it last episode. I can't say it no more. All right, I won't say it no more. But we're gonna try to make it happen. Wink. We're gonna try to make it happen. For real.
We gave the old LA, we gonna make it happen.
Yeah, we gonna connect.
Yeah, we gonna get together.
We gotta link up. We gotta link up.
Link up, bro.
No, don't give me
never to link up ever again.
Nah, for real though. Honestly though, it's been a minute though, and I still haven't seen Haskell New Studios, so I know I'm overdue for that. I'm trying to just ride this out to the summer because I'm going to be in summers. I'm going to work a little bit of summer school, but my days are going to be a lot shorter, so I'll have a little bit more time, and we can definitely make some summer jams.
All right, this is recorded, bro.
This is recorded, bro. I'm gonna go back and listen to it and say delete that. no, I'm not. I was gonna say,
don't be asking Jay to edit it out later either.
Exactly.
Nah, man, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
In the cloud. It's already in the cloud, bro. We got it.
Sure.
Man, give your shout out, man. Show your folks.
Oh man.
You know,
shout out to my mom who was rooting for the Warriors today. We definitely had a disconnect. We definitely had a disconnect. I hope she hears this because I told her I was going to be on the podcast. Like, well, I told you they was going to win today. But
it's over right now? It's over?
It probably is.
They won.
Tied up.
Yeah, Warriors won. It's okay. We did our job. Nah, Jay.
Yeah.
Oh man, cut it out with the horn, bro. Cut it out with the horn.
What were you saying?
Studio visit. The playoffs is over.
House divided. Have mercy.
It's a little division amongst the group.
But at least you got the best background color.
Let's go.
I know, right?
Wow. Oh no, I'm so
Sean got the sweater on.
Lakers household, but my husband's a Warriors fan. I don't know what side to fall on.
Lakers.
Definitely shout out to moms, pops. My wife Mother's Day is coming up.
Hey,
I'm super excited because this is like legit Mother's Day. So I gotta go all out on this. I gotta go all out on this breakfast.
Legit
I'm talking about 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 from Denny's, IHOP, wherever.
Wait, what?
Yo,
not going all out.
You about to lumberjack slam it. Lumberjack slam on you.
I was about to go hard at Denny's.
What's going on here?
All right, I'm tired.
Let's go help them out.
But that's all. That's all the shout outs I got, man. Shout out to my wife, my mom, my grandma, Mother's Day, and all the mothers out there. Because we probably won't do an episode next week, so I want to give that love to y'all now. Give y'all flowers. Y'all are everything to us men. So we definitely want to give a shout out to all the mothers out there.
Yeah, to the moms.
Get that Denny breakfast you deserve, Mom.
There you go. We got one question in the chat.
I forgot all about the chat.
From
What's
Ebony.
up, chatters?
She was curious if there's any age group that you gravitate to.
Careful, Kelly.
Not really.
Wow.
There's not an age group. I've been pretty accepting of all ages. I think I recently just got a 5-year-old who's on my caseload. And then the oldest might be 32, 33 guy. So I don't discriminate. If I see I can help, I'm gonna take on that challenge. So there's no age range.
What are the ages that gravitate towards you?
Parents usually like sending like school age kids and their teens to me. Like literally, I get more of those phone calls than anything. They just want to be preventative. Everything can be perfectly fine. It's just like, no, they just want to give them kids some skills before maybe they transition into middle school, or maybe that from middle school to high school transition, kind of just prep them. So I've been that glue stick. So.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. All right.
Yeah, man.
Good stuff, man. This was nice, bro.
Yay.
Yeah, man. I appreciate the love. It was fun.
Thanks for sharing.
We had some laughs and shared some laughs, guys.
So everyone has officially gone now.
Bro, I think so. Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody's officially gone. That's
Everyone
amazing.
has entered the safe space.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a beautiful thing.
Their mark on it.
I feel like we all learned a little something more about each other, which is cool too.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
I learned more
man.
Why not to like you guys.
All right.
Bro, let me be the Grinch. Let me be the group Grinch, bro. Please.
Well, Steve, man, we love you, bro. Thank you so much for fighting, bro.
Yeah.
Because, man, things would not be the same without you, bro. And the fact that you kept going and who you are right now, man. You add so much to this league of extraordinary people, this Justice League that we have become, man. You're a crucial piece to this puzzle, man, and in all of your aspects, man. You just being here, on top of your talents, on top of all your certification and degrees, and like, bro, thank you, man.
Yeah, appreciate you, brother.
That's a standing ovation. That's a standing ovation, bro.
And on that note, we're gonna ride out with this young C.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
All right.
Made in the image of you. Made in the image of you. Made in the image of you. I know I was made in the image of you. I was made in God's image. 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 I'm just on my Genesis. 127 thing. Hold up, let me meditate. Hold up, get a second take. Tell me who are you to say that I wasn't made in his image? Knew the way that he started me and my finish, So I don't look how they look, ain't my business. I don't need no social security number, he's my identity. And everything that he stored within me. Even when insecurities try to tempt me, trying to make me believe there's something wrong with me. He made a permanent purchase, he didn't rent me. With God's love, I'm full, never on empty. No wonder the enemy trying to trip me up. But like I'm calling an Uber, guys that'll pick me up. And when I'm reading this word, that's where he lifts me up. Like in Psalms 141:8, fix my eyes on you. Isaiah 26:3, my mind is on you. And you'll keep me in perfect peace. Then waste your time on me, now my time's on you. Not only my outside, but my inside too. You gave me the confidence for the things I do. You help me rest and you in the work you finish. This what it sounds like to be made in God's image. Image. I know I was made in the image of you.